Today's ecology lesson is all about soil and sunlight. We'll start with soil. Why is it important to study soil? And what can it tell us about the plants in an ecosystem? Most people overlook dirt and think of it as nothing, when in fact dirt is everything, because everything that is alive is connected to the dirt. Plants use nutrients directly from the soil to build their bodies. All nutrients eventually return to the soil when creatures die and get broken down by decomposers. This is called the nutrient cycle. All things come from the soil, and all things will return to the soil, including humans. So what are the different types of soil? Soil has four main types: sand, silt, clay, and loam. Sand are large grains that allow air and water to easily flow through. Silt are finer particles that hold water. Clay are the smallest particles and are packed so tightly together that they prevent water and air from flowing through. Loam are a combination of all four soil types, usually containing organic material. Loam is also rich in nutrients. Beneath our feet, there are 6 layers of soil: litter, humus, topsoil, subsoil, parent rock, and bedrock. The litter layer contains all of the leaves, pine needles, pine cones, and other items that are really sitting on top of the soil. Now we're getting into the top layer of the actual soil, the humus layer. This layer contains all of the decomposed organic matter. The topsoil is a mixture of humus and minerals. Roots and plant seeds can be found within this layer as well. The subsoil is rich in minerals, and this is the layer where we find most of our roots. The parent rock is made up of slightly broken up bedrock and has very little organic material. The bedrock layer can be found beneath all the other layers. This layer consists of large rock formations with no organic material at all. It is around 20 to 25 miles thick and is the solid part of the Earth's crust. We can actually create our own humus layers of soil through composting. Composting is a natural way of recycling that involves a process in which organic matter breaks down into soil. Organic matter can include leaves, vegetables, fruit, and our food scraps. Composting can happen when our food scraps are gathered in a bin or pile that is watery and aerated. Fungi, bacteria, and invertebrates are then able to take over and the breakdown process begins. In the end, the final result is a layer of dark brown organic matter, humus. Composting is a great way to help eliminate food waste and make new soil. It's also an experiment that you can do at home. I'll be talking more about this in a future video, and I'll link it below when it's ready. But for now, let's move on and talk about sunlight. Why do trees and plants need sunlight? Trees and plants need sunlight because it's one of the 3 vital ingredients needed for a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the most important biochemical reaction on the planet. It is the process by which trees and plants use carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight to create oxygen and glucose. Glucose is used as food for the plants and helps them to grow and bloom. This in turn allows us to grow and harvest the crops, contributing to the food supply for all of us. So let's review what we've learned. First, everything that is alive is connected in some way to the soil. Plants use nutrients directly from the soil to build their bodies, and these nutrients are transferred up the food chain as plants get eaten. All nutrients eventually return to the soil when creatures die and get broken down by decomposers. We're talking about the nutrient cycle. Second, soil has 4 main types: sand, silt, clay, and loam. Third, there are 6 layers of soil beneath us: litter, humus, topsoil, subsoil, parent rock, and bedrock. The litter layer sits on top of the soil and contains all of the leaves, pine needles, pine cones, and other items. Humus is the top layer of the actual soil. This layer contains all of the decomposed organic matter. The topsoil is a mixture of humus and minerals. The subsoil is rich in minerals, and this is the layer where we find most of our roots. The parent rock is made up of slightly broken up bedrock. The bedrock layer can be found beneath all the other layers and consists of large rock formations. It is around 20 to 25 miles thick and is a solid part of the Earth's crust. Fourth, composting is a natural way of recycling that involves a process in which organic matter breaks down into soil. It's also a great way to help eliminate food waste and make new soil. Fifth, trees and plants need sunlight because it's one of the 3 vital ingredients needed for a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the most important biochemical reaction on the planet and is the process by which plants make their main food, glucose. Through this process, the plants also create oxygen for all of us. Thank you for joining me for this ecology lesson on soil and sunlight. It is important to remember that soil and sunlight connects us all, as we all depend on it for our survival. They help to grow the entire planet for humans, plants, and animals. Soil and sunlight also allow for the creation of the most beautiful places on our planet. And because everything is connected by soil and sunlight, we need to explore more natural solutions that will allow us to chart our way forward with more sustainability and appreciation for our natural places. Be well, my friends, and always remember that you are awesome. Subscribe to my channel to stay updated, and a like is always appreciated. We'll see you next time at Sam's Outdoor Science for Kids.